Hey guys, Sophia here for My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel, and we are in the basement again. Actually, this is going to be a little bit of everything today. I still have to declutter some areas of the basement. I have to pick some items I'm going to put on Etsy sometime soon. I'm going to try to process them, some of them tomorrow, maybe tonight too, and then throughout the week, or at least throughout the next 2 weeks. So I said I was gonna post stuff on Etsy every month, and it's April. So I gotta do some before the end of April because I posted stuff last month. And what else? Oh, I'm looking at it right now. Seeds. All right, so I started the seeds in the basement this year because I have grow lights. They're on a timer. I'm gonna show you what they look like, what I did so far, and then I gotta do more seeds. The tomatoes and whatnot. And then there's something else that I want to do. It's my machines. I have two machines. Well, I have three technically. One of them, two are street find, and one of them doesn't work. It needs to be repaired. But the two that I have, none of them is working right now. And I was thinking about it the other day while I was driving. I think the issue is that I'm swapping the bobbins. One is a singer, one is a brother, and the brother one had to get repaired again, you know, like every year you go to the service or whatever, and it was working fine, and then I realized I changed the bobbin and it stopped working. It's like doing all the eyelashes at the bottom, so I think that's what it is. So it's been intriguing me for about a week now that I've been thinking about it, and I can't wait to actually see whether my suspicion is correct, because if the suspicion is correct and that's what's going on, where I swap the bobbin, the singer bobbin is inside the brother and the brother bobbin is inside the singer, it's not that easy to differentiate, just letting you know. Okay, they're very, very similar, but they could be like a little micro millimeter worth of difference that completely messes up the timing. So, but anyway, if that is the problem, then I can finish my blouse. So many projects, so little time. Let me give you a tour of the basement right now. It's not great. Well, it's not great. It's the basement. And then I'll get started. I think I'm going to start decluttering in this area here. I do have the laundry room that still need decluttering. The entertainment area, not much, because that's mostly Scott and the kids, comic books and stuff like that, so I don't declutter other people's things. But let's get started. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit of everything today in terms of the video. So when you walk in, yeah, that's the back door with the entryway to the kitchen over there. So when you walk in, this is what you see, because I was cleaning like a maniac yesterday in the house, and I said I was going to put that stuff in the boiler room, right? So we're going to do that so that way it's out of the way. Okay, so seed starting. I had the heating mat for the first 2 days, so everybody's sprouted, and then I turned it off because you don't want too much heat, otherwise they start getting all leggy and whatnot. Let me turn off. Nah, I don't want to turn it off. They need the light, but anyway, I don't know if you can see. Whoops, I don't know if you can see little sprouts in there. Okay, so I'm a little behind. I mentioned that on Instagram because every time I do it too early, or right when the almanac says to do it, I end up being too early. So I'm 2 weeks behind on purpose. I have Swiss chards, kale, collards. Not a lot of them because the garden is not big, okay? Except that all of this here is turnip. And then here I have two beets, So that's 2 trays of beets. And even though I don't like beets, I have to be honest, I love pickled beets. So I will make pickled beets out of those. And then this is rutabaga. And then over there, this is broccoli and red acre cabbage. So I have another tray, right? Isn't that fun? I'm doing that with the quilting right next to it. I have another tray here. These are my cells. And I got the second light. I don't know if you remember when I purchased, years ago, when I purchased the heating mat, I bought 2. The second one is right here. And I bought another light, but I didn't use them. So I have the second light here. And that tray is going to be for the other stuff. So the other stuff is Chinese cabbage, bok choy, Chinese eggplant, and then tomatoes that I saved the seeds for last year. And if you're wondering, I use this type of seed, heirloom vegetable kits. Whenever you want to, do seeds, you want to get non-GMO seeds, and you want to get something that's called open pollinated. What it means is that you're going to be able to get the seeds from those plants and use them for the following crop. Yeah, I'm doing it in the basement this year. So this is year 4, technically, of my 5-year plan for the garden. So what I mean by that, if you're new to the channel, I will do garden updates outside, so you get to see it. Actually, you'll probably see it next week. I built my entire garden, like literally dug up the whole thing, created a French drain, fenced the whole thing, the flower beds and everything. And I gave myself 5 years to make the garden the way I want it. So this year is the 4th year. For the vegetables, the 1st year and the 2nd year, I did the seeds in the kitchen on the counter and with the grow lights, and a lot of them were very leggy. So what I did was repot them and bury the stem, and that worked for some of them. Then I got the greenhouse, so I was acclimating them in and out of the greenhouse every night. That was year 3 I did that. This is the 4th year. I'm trying them in the basement to see how it goes. I have to figure it out, okay? Everybody's starting their seeds, and mine, for some reason, are too leggy, or it's a learning experience, and it's a work in progress to become a master gardener. You got to find the right method. So next year, if none of this works, what I'm going to do is probably do it out of the greenhouse, but heat the greenhouse, because the greenhouse gets sun all day long. Anyway, let's finish the tour. All right, so back here, again, all of this stuff needs to be put in the boiler room. I need to clean this up here, and then I need to go over what's up there. I really don't need to declutter any of the fabric. That's not happening. And by the way, you can see that all of my fabric is organized, okay? It's all organized. I don't need to do anything in here. I'm not letting go of fabric. This thing, I got to bring it to the garage and put it up for sale. This, I got to address it and figure out what I'm going to do. Sewing station. So here's the brother that I think has the wrong bobbin in. What I'd like to do is go through all of my drawers and reorganize, because it's not great. And here's the basement. It's not bad. I told you, it's, I try my best to maintain. I have a few things here that need to be moved somewhere else. This pin here, I need to bring it to the kitchen and install it. And then this is the area I was telling you, and move away from the pole, that I'm not going to address that, because this is all Scott's, really, and the kids. So it's all visual art stuff, like Batman stuff, Star Wars stuff, all of the art of Pixar are here. Scott wants them here. It makes sense to him because this is where, you know, we watch movies and whatnot, and then all the video game consoles are here. Oh yeah, did I ever show you this? It's signed Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Danny DeVito. And I think I have the authentication. Yeah, I do. Okay. Good old days. Yeah, so all of that I'm not touching, but I will declutter the top. Let's go back in here. So that's the border room, if you remember. I don't want to blind you. Okay. All right. So it stayed the same, even though I just finished a big project, which was Willie's room. And by the way, I did find the tops of the 2 bins. Remember, I was missing 2 tops. Do you know where they were? In the attic. I don't know what they were doing in there, but they were in the attic. So, yep, I've maintained it. I'm supposed to put the vacuums and stuff here because that's what I made that space for. Okay, the couscous maker, I got to figure out where I'm going to put. The problem is that it's very tall, but it's grandma's. And then this I have to put in the garage. This was addressed the last time, so I don't have anything to do in here. This was done the last time. Let me turn on the other light. There we go. It's probably going to be very blue because of the different light bulbs. And by the way, this is the shirt, the blouse that I need to finish, that I have been making. You probably saw the first 2 videos. I made 1 sleeve. Isn't it neat? So I just need to do the other sleeve and the buttonholes and the hem. That's it. But everything is done. And I did a good job with the collar, even though it was a mistake initially. I like this. It's very nice. Okay. So last time I did this. All right. And by the way, I know some of you have asked or reminded me to do it. I did get the damp red, and there's no smell. It really took care of all the smell, and it's not full yet, so that's good. Okay, let's go in the laundry room. And again, change of color, sorry, different bulbs. Laundry room, not much. Those 2 vacuum here, they need to be brought to the room. I don't have a lot of stuff that needs to be decluttered here. This is all clothes that need to be brought upstairs. You know, I mean, clearly it's, well, no, it's everybody's. Some of it is mine, some of it is the kids. Okay, and this is the area where I keep all the Etsy stuff, and that eventually will go to the cold room on the other side, because I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a processing center. So what's new? This is new. It's really cool. This is new. This is actually very interesting. That's a Dansk vase that's made to look like a dove. It's very modern. So that's new. This pottery thing is new. Beautiful. And then, this Ellie Smith Sun and Moon is new. This pottery thing is new. This is new. And these are new. And then this Amberina here is new. And then this coin for Storia is new. So I have plenty to post, right, on Etsy. Maybe a year's worth, but you know, that's not going to stop me from going to the thrift store. I'm just going to say it right now. Yeah, so that's the basement. I need to be methodical and follow a strategy, so I can either work, you know, around or do something different. Usually I work around the room and then, you know, I address other stuff. But if I do that, that means that I'm going to do the seeds first. I need to get the stuff out of the way. That's what I'm going to do first. So that means all the vacuums have to be brought to the border room. And then that big box with the rest of the planks, you know, the wood floor, that needs to go to the garage. There's no need to keep it here. And the water purifier, that needs to go to the garage. And once I'm done with that, then I will start with the little things here and there that need to be decluttered, including that one at the bottom. I don't know what to do with those baskets. These right here, I had them in the laundry room. They looked neat. They served zero purpose. And it's one of those things that I'm learning as I go, having done some decluttering for quite some time in this home. You have to observe and learn about your items. Like if you have something that you purchase for the purpose of containing, right? Like these baskets. And it turns out that you didn't use them at all for their intended purpose. And when you move them, you just don't know what to do with them. That's a good indication that you don't need the item. Really. Why keep it? You haven't used them. You thought you were going to use them for a dedicated purpose that turned out to be not useful at all. Or that turned out to be not used at all. So I think they're going to go today. Those 3 baskets, I'm probably going to put them on the marketplace. Why not? Right? And I think some of them still have the tag with the price. When did I do the laundry? Like 5 years ago, something like this? Never used them. They were really used to hide stuff more than anything else, which you'll see with the other one that's underneath the table. All right, let me put that stuff in the boiler room. I'll be right back. Okay, small progress. All the vacuums are gone. This is gone. The box is gone. So they're all here now. Okay. So next order of business is going to be this basket. And this thing is just ridiculous. And that's what I mean by I'm starting to really hate basket, because what happens with them is that they are the perfect way of hiding things that you don't want to see and you don't want to look at. Okay. And then you forget what's in there. Now, how many times have you heard me ask you, because you remember where my stuff is more than I do, didn't I have extra of that moss and where did I put it? Okay, well, the moss has been in this basket in the laundry room for years now. And this is the Christmas moss that I'm supposed to put, well, it was also Easter, but I'm supposed to put it around the nativity scene. And I could never find it. So finally, it's gonna go home. So next year, when I'm doing the nativity scene, I have the stuff with it. And I put it right on top of the nativity scene box. What kind of other nonsense item do we have in here? These were supposed to be for the laundry room. Those covers that I had purchased for the heat boards. And I never finished it. Partly because I ran out of money, and those very long, I'll show you in a second, plastic covers are quite expensive, so I didn't finish it. I'm talking about this. So I finished this one is there, but I was supposed to get extra pieces to finish all of this, and then I have another one right here. Okay, so these pieces are basically all of the joints and the corners. And again, I didn't finish it. I think those are like $53 a length. So it was kind of a little prohibitive, and I didn't have the right tool to cut them, because I got to cut right here. So I'm going to put those little joint thing in the tool room, and this is yet another project I'm supposed to finish. The problem is, where do I put them? Okay, they could go into miscellaneous. Technically the plumbing, not really. Where should I put them? I still didn't label that one, by the way. I think I'm going to put them in here because I know this is practically empty. That's where I have all the shims and the floor stuff, so I'll remember, or not, that they are in there. Okay. It's a small little progress, okay? Sometimes you don't have to make huge changes. If I had $1 for every time I said, oh, I'll finish that later. Okay. These are great intentions I've never used. And they really should be used. These are, there's a story behind it. There was a point in time where I was fed up with the lawn socks. So I bought these in the hope that we were going to use it and put all the socks in it, and I wasn't losing socks anymore. Wait until you see the size of the lost sock basket. I kid you not. This is the lawn socks basket. And all we are is prayerful that at some point they will be reunited. If only we were using these. It's not just me in this house, okay? A lot of people keep on blaming me for all of the stuff, but it's not just me. It's everybody who doesn't use this stuff. Well, they didn't even know it was there, I'm sure, because I had it stashed in a basket. Maybe today that could be one of the things that I do, which is reuniting all the socks. How about that? Okay, moving right along. All right, next. This is a tie. Manzini neckwear. It feels very nice. All right, that's the tie we purchased for Edward's graduation. All right, and this is my grandmother's apron. And here's another change that I'm willing to make this year as I'm going through this decluttering journey. I've noticed that there's a lot of things I don't use because I'm afraid I'm going to break them or I'm going to stain them. In the back. Like this. Okay. And I'm going to put it back in the wash. And I'm going to use it. So I have some leftover of that blue velvet that was part of the curtains. In that basket I also have this. And it's everything I need to finish this shirt. That shouldn't be in the basket. I probably was trying to clean fast. That's trash. Need this. Knife, pen. Okay, and all of my Etsy business cards. So I tell you what, Etsy is not something that happens all the time, but I can definitely keep my scale up here and keep these here. These here I'm keeping. You know what that is. That's that Schiaparelli hat that was going with. Definitely keeping that. This is a big hoop that I found on the street. And what am I going to do with it? Well, I tell you what. I did pick it up because what I wanted to do was try to see if I could use it to quilt, but I haven't tried it. So until I try and realize it's a dumb idea, it's gonna stay here. Okay, so that's done. I now have 3 baskets and I'm gonna put them on the Facebook Marketplace now. I have those 3 baskets on the Facebook Marketplace. Let me put that on the Facebook Marketplace too. How am I gonna do with this thing? Let me put it up for sale now. Done. Because when I picked it up like over 2 years ago, I said, oh, I can sell that. And I never put it up for sale. Whatever. Okay, so this is actually a Pampered Chef copper trivet, and I'm supposed to clean it at the same time that I'm going to clean that swan or crane vase that you saw in the Etsy thing. But that's for me to actually use, so I'm keeping that. All right, let's go through this. I would like to be able to get rid of yet one more basket. All right, that's more of that velvet. Okay, patterns. That's fabric that was sent to me that I'm supposed to put away. And this one I really like. Okay, now that's the shirt. And you see this? This is exactly why I am not a successful seamstress. Because I'm extremely disorganized. Leftover Christmas, more fabric. Leftover, so that's trash. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Came in handy. And I know just what to do with this. I'm learning, guys. I know it's second nature to a lot of you. It is not to me. This is where we keep all the wrapping paper. And that's gonna go with it now. What's going on here? Oh, I know. This is to keep them upright. You know, not for anything, but back in the days, what would have happened is that I would have said, oh, I know where that's supposed to go. I would have put it to the side or in a basket. And 2 months down the road, you would have seen me declutter another area and we would have found the very same basket with that stuff that I said I was going to put away and never did. And I would have the audacity to say, how did that get here? And this is the other one that I need to bring to the shop. You're probably wondering, why do I have so many? Well, I only have one machine, technically, my brother, but those two, which both are Singer, different models, were found on the street. People throw away machines all the time. You know, ladies, they think they're going to get into sewing, they find out it's too hard, whatever reason, and then the machine ends up on the curb, I pick it up. If only you knew the number of times having another machine saved me. To finish a project. Like, I know, for instance, that my brother is really not good at super thick and hard fabric, regardless of the needle. It's not that it's a delicate machine, but it's not like an industrial machine. The Singer that I need to look at, that one will go through really, really thick fabric, like denim and all of that stuff. So that's why it's great to have more than one. If you sew, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. The velvet. I think that's the last piece of fabric that I need to put away. Oh yeah, and there's more, yeah, there's more. These are curtains. This is the back of a quilt that didn't work out. That was for my sister's quilt. And I ended up not adding it, so I'm gonna put that here. And just looking at all that fabric makes me want to go back to sewing. Okay, so these I gotta fold, and it would not be a bad idea to actually keep that one basket for projects, right? The current project, everything goes in here. Everything I need. So I'm gonna keep that, and that's gonna go over there. This I'm supposed to install this year. I found a so cool. I found a weather station. It's from Lacrosse Technology, so I'm gonna put it temporarily in the boiler room with all the tools, but definitely this spring I'm installing this. I gotta figure out where the best spot is in the yard, probably on the deck, somewhere on the deck. Yeah, so that's gonna happen soon, but in the meantime I don't need it over there. So before I start doing the stuff with the seeds and dirty my hands, I want to look at those bobbins. Oh, I don't even have one in here. I removed both of them. Oh, so now I don't know which one is what. Oh, I'm dull. Okay, all of this needs to be reorganized. Here are my bobbins. Now, some of them I know they are brother, like these, because those, I messed them up before I got the other machine, so I know that's a brother. And that may be a singer. No, it's the same. Found it. And I really think this is what I did. Like, out of frustration, I took out the listen, I'm learning, okay? I took out the bobbin from here and I put it into the singer, and it wasn't working either. So here's the difference. Okay, so maybe you can see. So that's the brother, and that's the singer. Do you see the difference? It's minute, and when you're frustrated because something's going on, you may not even think or feel the difference. So what I'm going to do is wind this one with white thread, and we're going to try. Because if I could fix this problem today, not only am I going to sleep like a baby tonight, but boy, is it going to make a difference. Please be the problem. I haven't sewn in 2.5 months because of this. I hope this is it. I know you all on the edge of your seat. Oh my God, that was the problem. Yes! Oh, I can't go back to sewing. I'm gonna cry. Oh have no idea the frustration. I'm seriously getting emotional. You have no idea the frustration. And because I don't know what I'm doing, 2 months of brainstorming as to why the machine is not working. Look. I see you in a bit. I need a moment. I know it's pathetic, but I'm learning on my own, and I'm gonna make mistakes. Okay. You see that? That's a Sharpie. We're gonna put a black dot here and a black dot here. Singer. Alright, what a relief. Oh man, I'm telling you, 2 months of me driving to and from work, trying to figure out why suddenly both machines would stop working and give me massive eyelashes on the underside. 2 months. I'll say it again, I'm learning all of this on my own. I mean, I did go on websites and forums and whatnot and ask questions and show them pictures, and everybody was like, do this with the tension, do that, and change this. I even bought, you ready for this? I thought it was the brother machine at first, so I even bought new bobbin cases, thinking that maybe that was the problem. Unbelievable. But anyway, it's all reorganized. Here's the drawer. I got everything I need. These are all the safety pins, and these are everything that's related to needles and whatnot. These are all the various feet that I have. These are all the bias feet, walking feet, specialty feet. This one should be in here actually. And so is this one. Extra screws. All the brother bobbins are in here. There's only one Singer that has the dots now, and it's back in the Singer machine that I found on the street. So I'm going to purchase Singer bobbins, and I'll put them in a different box, and I will put dots on all of them, maybe on the underside underneath, like, you know, like maybe nail polish, whatever, but I can't make that mistake again. You know, to me, gardening is just like sewing. It's something I really want to be good at. I mean, I really, really want it. So I get frustrated, just like I did with the bobbin swapping thing. I do get frustrated when the stuff either doesn't grow, doesn't produce, dies, or whatever. I'm always looking at ways to improve. I don't know how this is gonna go. Because, you know, this is the first time I do them with only the grow lights. And there's plenty people who do that. If you're horrified that I'm doing this in my basement, there's people doing it in their bedrooms. Okay? I mean, when you want to garden and you don't have a greenhouse, I mean, I do, but it's not heated, and it's more like for hardening off and other things. And, you know, later in the season I can plant seeds in there, but right now it's just too cold at night. So when you really want to garden, wherever you can find a space, that's what you do. It doesn't matter. So if you're a gardener, you understand. If you're not, you probably have all sorts of comments to make about this. It is what it is, but I have hopes that this year it's going to do well. For one, because this is the 4th year with the Back to Eden gardening method that I've been doing. It's the soil now should be really, really good, because I've had those chips, like a good 8 inches worth of wood chips on top of my soil for 4 years. So the bottom part of it is really starting to become good compost for roots, and I just have to put another layer on top of it and then dig and put my stuff in. My problem has always been leggy seedlings, so we'll see what happens. If they're too leggy, no matter what, they can't stay in those ponds. They got to be replanted or repotted. So what I'll do is that I'll move them to the solo cup like I did last year or the year before, and then I'll bury the stem. But we'll see. Here goes. That's crop number 2. I don't know why, but this is a different light, and it doesn't feel like it's as bright as the other one. We'll see what happens. They don't really need the light right now, to be honest. But they do need the heat mat, though. That is definitely something that they need to help germinate, and then the dome to keep all the moisture, and then 16 hours of the light going on every single day. Then you repot, then you got to, you know, bring them outside in the greenhouse and bring them back inside during the night. I mean, it's work, but I love it. Okay, so that's it for me and my this and that in the basement. It doesn't look like much, but again, I feel like I've accomplished quite a lot today. I got more seeds in the sewing machine thing. I was this close from stopping the video and going back to sewing, it's gonna have to wait. Sometimes during the week, one evening I'll have time, but I'll film that because I need to finish the series. I have to show you how to do the sleeves, well, at least the other sleeve, and then the buttonholes and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this type of video. What's coming up this week on YouTube? Well, you got this video for Monday. On Wednesday, I'm gonna do a review of a pair of sneakers from Fitville. They are really, really good. I actually filmed that today and I've been wearing them all day and I do not feel them at all. They feel like air. They're really great. Might be the best pair of sneakers I ever had. So maybe you took some glimpse at them in this video, I'm not sure. But that's coming up on Wednesday. And then Friday's video is going to be another declutter with me, and that will be the front closet. The coat closet has to get decluttered. I'm pretty much done decluttering here in the basement. Again, there wasn't much, but whatever I did improved the overall look, and I was able to reorganize my sewing station here, so that's a plus. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe right here in the corner. If you saw some stuff in my Etsy shop that you really liked, it's gonna be up maybe 2-3 weeks from now on Etsy. And I know that the crane brass vase thing planter is sought after, for what I understand. So expect that to be up on Etsy in a couple of weeks. I'll make an announcement, don't worry. And channel merch for t-shirt, aprons and whatnot is on My Great Challenge gift, also on Etsy. And you guys, if you want to see more content and exclusive content not seen on YouTube, totally different content actually, you can choose to support my Patreon at patreon.com/mygreatchallenge. Thank you for watching. I will see you later. Bye.